to the bedpost. An ungodly fear flooded her body, making her stomach contents churn to life again. She jumped from the bed and scrambled toward the open bathroom door, pulling the chain with her. It was barely long enough to reach the toilet as she heaved. Uncontrollable tears rolled down her face as the retching subsided. She flushed the toilet and stood on shaky legs. No mirror hung above the sink, and there was nothing on the counters to use as a weapon. The dirty bathtub was empty of toiletries, so no hope of finding a razor. Click, screech, creak. Her body trembled as she peeked back into the room. The large, heavy-looking door slowly opened, revealing an ominous, formidable figure standing in the darkened hallway. She was no longer alone. A year later. Camilla Tate's eyes slid open as she struggled to breathe. She was concentrating on breathing in and out. That was all her body would allow. He'd kept her alive for an entire year, and it might have been longer if she hadn't screwed up. Dark, angry clouds gathered above, moving and giving her a glimpse of the full moon. A raindrop splashed in her eye. A storm was coming, one she wouldn't live to see. Unable to move, she recognized the familiar sound of oars hitting water, creating waves, and the boat's sway. She'd grown up on this lake, never expecting to die in it. She'd screwed up this time. Her prone body lay unmoving at the bottom of the boat. The end was near, and there was nothing she could do about it. This was where her new life was supposed to start, a year ago. Instead, it was going to end here. 12 agonizing months, and her luck had run out. No amount of pleading and lying would save her life this time. She screamed in her mind because her vocal cords didn't work. Freedom had been in her grasp. She'd planned how she and the baby were going to escape. Well, she'd planned everything but his early return. Her mind was a haze as she fought to remember. He'd taken her baby. He'd beaten her and knocked her out when she fought back, no longer the same docile woman he'd kidnapped almost a year ago. It wasn't just her life she was fighting to save anymore. It was her baby's future, too. Uncontrollable tears slid down her face. Her poor defenseless baby would be left alone, raised by a maniac if she died. She struggled, willing her feet or hands to move. Nothing. She couldn't feel them at all. He continued to row as she tried to bring her body back to life. She concentrated on a single pinky. Tears slid down her face. "I can do this. I have to do this," Camilla repeated, over and over again. Some time passed as he continued to row. She screamed for joy in her head when first one finger and then two wiggled. She needed more. So much more. She couldn't feel his hands as he wrapped her in a blue tarp, hefting her onto the boat's ledge. "You did this. This is all your fault." He leaned down and pressed a kiss to her lips. If she could have turned away, she would have. Instead, more tears pooled, making her gaze blurry. Her lip trembled. The added movement still wouldn't be enough. There was nothing she could say to stop him, even if she could talk. She couldn't feel the icy water when her body splashed. She couldn't feel the burn from her lungs as her life's air slowly escaped. The moonlight overhead became farther away as her body sank deeper into the inky darkness. The sweet baby boy's face flashed in her mind, the last image. Now she understood a mother's fear for her child's safety. It was the last fear this monster had left swimming in her mind. Her final thought was how she'd